Welcome to House Money Podcast on our NFL Week 3 show. I'm Easy E and I'm the host. Joining me today, T-Bone.
T-Bone!
And Chalkboard.
Chalkboard.
What's up, fellas? What's up? Hey, Week 3, rolling while you're wrong, right? 1-3 last week. Not great. I know, not great. T-Bone's particularly upset.
Painful 1-3, especially when we were on the cusp of having that flipped.
Dude, Carolina was brutal, giving up that long touchdown run to Fournette.
What about Miami? Miami sucked the whole game. They gave Josh Allen 400-plus yards passing. How in the world did it – a backdoor cover? It was horrible.
Scored that with 49 seconds to go in the game.
That was pathetic. The Dolphins suck. Terrible.
I had so much written down. I got to sentence number 2.
Jesus.
Hey, what about Kansas City? Kansas City looked,
Is this why we've never invested in a teleprompter?
Exactly. But, the Chargers always plays Kansas City tough.
Well, no one knew about the quarterback.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think it would have been, I don't know.
Screw Kansas City, too.
Do you think, well, Kansas City was the one that was just off.
Yeah, that was just off.
Never there.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it would have gone that way? I think the game plan changed when Tyrod was out. Because your boy comes in and starts winging it.
Yeah. But, Kansas City only had like 6 points in the third quarter. Unreal. How does it take them that long to get on track?
And I know he's trying to make all of his points, but we were, in hindsight, it was a divisional game, and they were probably looking ahead to this Baltimore game.
I think that's a big key right there.
I didn't even think about that.
I don't think they say there's no look ahead in professional football, but I do think that's a key there. Our one win, Arizona, they continue to look impressive. Every favorite won straight up. They didn't all cover, but every favorite won straight up. So if you're a chalk bettor, you probably cashed a few tickets this weekend. Chalkboard, cash any tickets?
Chalkboard. My hands are still chalky.
I figured you did well.
It's and to take it to the next level of chalkism, I'll make up words. I'm not going to be limited by the English language.
Webster's. That'll be the next thing put in there.
Hit a couple things, and I even did some money line favorite parlays just to go all the way over the top. So I thought you would extremely appreciate that.
Just to get super chalky?
Super chalky.
Yeah. T-Bone, what did you think about this past weekend?
It sucked. It sucked. I lost every game in fantasy, lost these games. Just a shit weekend. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know your fantasy. Barkley.
Yeah.
Gone for the year.
That bum's gone. My roster's now better without that piece of crap on there. I've lost 2 games because of that guy. One, he got hurt and got me like 4 points. The week before, he didn't do shit. So I would be 2-0 without that bum. I'm glad he's gone. I'm going to be a much better team without that screwball.
Just to finish out that thought, he gets hurt before. It's his arm. Then they take him out, bring him back in. Then he gets hurt on his.
I'll never draft that bum again.
All right. This ain't the Saquon Barkley show.
Maybe next year draft Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I'd have better results.
All right. Well,
I don't like him better.
Speaking of better results, let's try to do a little bit better.
Take it out of a hole, baby.
Let's
this one we're our best.
Hit this card.
Back against the wall.
Chalkboard, you ready to rock?
I am ready.
All right, let's do it.
Maybe not as ready as him.
No doubt. Thursday night, Miami Dolphins at Jacksonville. Jacksonville -3, totals 47.5. Miami 0-2 straight up, 1-1 against the spread. They lost at home to Buffalo this past weekend. They gave Buffalo a good game. Miami makes me nervous. They play hard. The defense has some injuries, though. They gave up 4 touchdowns to Josh Allen. I think Minshaw's looking at a big day, to be honest with you. Speaking of Jacksonville, 1-1 straight up, 2-0 against the spread. Lost at Tennessee 33-30. Not before making a game out of it by scoring 13 in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville certainly a surprise team this year, playing 2 great games to start the season. T-Bone, where are you at Thursday night, Miami at Jacksonville?
Unfortunately, this game was a pick. It's up to 3, and I guess I agree with the public as I'm all over Jacksonville. Miami has no weapons to speak of. Parker's got a pulled hamstring. He's not of much use. Preston Williams is coming off an ACL. He looks slow as hell. They have no weapons to speak of. Their running backs look like they're running in cement. Their defensive line can't get pressure on quarterbacks. Their $17 million safety got hurt on the first play of the game. So, I like Jacksonville.
You say all that, but if Fitzmagic hits that touchdown in the back of the end zone against New England, they're 2-0 against the spread. And Parker's hurt, but he somehow caught 5 balls for 50-some yards and a touchdown last weekend.
Is Jacksonville not 2-0 against the spread also, though? They're 2-0 against the spread. They got to be because I
I
know they
would
covered
think so.
last week and they won the first week.
Yes, they are 2-0
There
against
you
the
go.
spread.
Well, there you go. You give me one thing, I give you something that is for sure. Not something that could have been. I'm giving you something that is.
So you like
They
Jacksonville
are
minus 3.
2-0 against the spread, and there's no ifs, ands, and buts, walnuts, and coconuts. It's 2-0, baby. It's there. They earned it.
So you like
They went to
Jacksonville?
Tennessee and could have beat Tennessee. They dismantled an Indy team that just they look pretty impressive this week. So, yeah, Miami's going to be 0-3.
All the good information you just laid out there, and I'm focused on the walnuts and coconuts.
Yeah.
It was my favorite part, too.
That's what you call like a closing statement.
Yeah. Maybe it was candy and nuts. Hell, I don't know. It's just got no whatever.
So is Devontae, he played, you got Preston Williams.
Preston Williams is coming off a torn ACL. He looks slow as shit. He's not fully recovered.
Right.
They have no weapons.
I just feel like Jacksonville is just that scrappy backyard football
Yes,
kind of drawn up plays in the
yes.
dirt, make things happen.
Yes.
I would be on Jacksonville here myself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so you like this strong enough to make a play?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
All right, well,
I'm the Dolphin Whisperer. They suck. They should have got beat last week. They got beat, and they do just enough. They got a backdoor freaking cover with less than a minute to go. Buffalo went up and down the field on these chumps, man. Ridiculous. They had no run defense. They had no pass defense. The week before, New England ran all over them. The past week, they got passed all over.
Okay. We got you. We know what side you are. Chalkboard. Are you interested in making this a pick?
I'm just surprised. Like the very first one is. I guess we have at some point made a Thursday first game we talked about the pick. I mean, we can ceremoniously put it on the burner and then come back
Yeah,
to
we
it.
put it on burn.
All right, let's do that. That makes me feel better.
Felt like too much premature celebration.
Gosh, he is on fire, dude. Speaking on
Throws
fire.
his pin down in disgust.
Speaking of fire. Sunday night, Green Bay at New Orleans. New Orleans -3. Total 53.5. Green Bay's 2-0 straight up. 2-0 against the spread. Crushed Detroit this past weekend. Detroit had a ton of injuries, though. Green Bay has looked great to start the season. Aaron Jones has dominated. Although neither win all that impressive, honestly, in my book. New Orleans 1-1 straight up, 1-1 against the spread. Losers at Las Vegas. We noticed the shirt there, Chalk. Breeze looks shaky. 2 weeks in a row, he's failed to impress. We talk about Father Time catching up to these guys. Tell me, Chalkboard, Sunday night, who do you like Green Bay versus New Orleans?
Well, this is where it's almost like we've stepped into that parallel universe because just to get it out of the way, I would actually take Green Bay in the points.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't see how you don't, just based on the sample size we've seen. Green Bay has scored 42 and 43 points.
Yeah.
And I don't see, I think they're going to be right in that neighborhood, at least 35.
Well, there's really it's not going to be any home field advantage, obviously.
Nobody in the dome.
Michael Thomas, is he still out?
Well,
That's
that's my
ask.
one question. It's like, and if he comes back, he's got to be a little gimpy. It was a high ankle sprain, right?
high ankle sprain.
But what's up with Devontae? Was that a hamstring?
Yeah. So, high ankle sprain to me is, it's pretty, and, they looked, without him in that lineup, it was nothing but passing out of the backfield to Kamara. Kamara led him in receptions. He had like 9 receptions.
Right.
They didn't have anybody else that could do anything.
You're talking Jared Cook had one catch, which was that touchdown on the goal line.
Sanders didn't do anything.
No. It was very, for it being them and it being Sean Payton, whatever, it just looked, and you hear all this stuff about Taysom Hill and all this stuff. It's like, I think I'm kind of over all that.
And you don't think Green Bay, and no offense to the Raiders, but you don't think that Green Bay's a little bit better than the Raiders?
We really don't know. They're both 2-0.
Yeah.
But Green Bay hasn't beat anybody. I'm not on New Orleans here. I'm just saying Green Bay has not beat anybody.
Who'd they play? Minnesota
And Detroit.
Detroit, yeah. But they demolished them. It's not that they just beat them. They pretty much demolished both these teams.
And
it's not like they did what a good team does. They hammered them.
Right.
They got that look. I don't know.
Chalk, you on Green Bay here?
They passed the eye test. Well, like I say, I would absolutely be on Green Bay in the points. I think Green Bay could, you told me before, if I think a team could win straight up, you have to take the team with the points.
Agree. So let's put it on the burner up here next to Jacksonville. I feel like this is going to be we're going to need a big stove today. But I'll put Green Bay plus the 3, and we'll just keep building on this card, and we'll come back and see if we can't kick some of these out later. Let's go to Monday night. Monday night. Talk about this huge game this early in the season. Kansas City at Baltimore. Baltimore minus 3.5, totals 45. Kansas City 2-0 straight up, 1-1 against the spread. Winners at the Los Angeles Chargers. They struggled. They had to rally late to beat a backup quarterback. By the way, did y'all hear what happened to Tyrod Taylor anyway?
Yes.
Pretty ridiculous. I mean, it was for pain, right? And it was an injection in the chest?
Yes. And he punctured his guy's lung punctured. He had sore ribs, yeah. And they were trying to give him something for pain, yeah.
I mean, that's, and I really do like the house bunny doctor we have, but it's like, I don't like to take needles to the chest. I just, I mean, I know you did that back in the 70s and that was cool, but it's like.
Jesus, man. I was actually kind of young in the 70s. Damn.
Wasn't that like the thing in Pulp Fiction where they got to do the adrenaline shot to bring them back to life?
That seemed a bit excessive.
My man, T-Bone, I love you, man.
Again, never been into needles.
Kansas City.
But you get my point. I was slow playing.
Oh, God.
Again, Kansas City struggled in this low-scoring contest. The Chargers were able to run the ball and keep Mahomes off the field, which honestly is the blueprint to beating Kansas City. Speaking of running the ball, Baltimore 2-0 straight up. 2-0 against the spread. Won at Houston easily, 33-16. They've looked great. Lamar's looked great. They seem to have picked up exactly where they left off last year. Great Monday night game, T-Bone. Baltimore minus 3.5. Where you at?
Man, this is a tough game. I mean, if you're just looking at it, you would probably take Baltimore for the simple fact Baltimore's look like the better team. Okay. They've went out and just dismantled teams, took care of business. They have now won, they're going for some kind of record. They've won 14 consecutive regular season games. And if they win this, it'll be 15 straight. Their defense is on point. Offense does enough. They wear people down. Like you said, they've got the one thing that Kansas City, if they run on Kansas City, it keeps it out of the hands of Mahomes. Mahomes hasn't looked like typical Mahomes right now.
Baltimore looks like the play. I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. Chalkboard, what do you think?
No, I would be all over Baltimore. And something else, and I know we talk about this all the time, Kansas City, Baltimore's at home. Kansas City just came from the West Coast, and now they're coming, they're basically flying across country for this game. And
we got one extra day.
But I mean, I would agree, and you feel like that the way they're going to game plan, because a lot of teams have the same game plan, they just don't have the personnel to do it. You take away maybe like Hill off the top and like Kelsey, and they have the people that can do that, or at least slow them down. Yeah. And then, like you say, to your point, the best defense is to keep their offense off the field on top of it. Lamar's running, Ingram's running. You got the
Dobbins.
The new
Gus Edwards. My God, they go 3 deep in the backfield. It's crazy how much talent they got.
And I feel like, we've talked about this before. It's like Kansas City's coming off the Super Bowl and everything. I think there's still more hunger in the locker room in Baltimore that they want this game. That would be my gut feeling, would be Baltimore. It's 3.5.
I will say, I do feel like Kansas City feels like they've got something to prove. I do believe, like you said, that they overlooked the Chargers last week. So I could see it either way, though. I mean, I could see Kansas City can beat anybody.
Right.
I mean, if they're the best team in football, they can beat anybody, and you're giving them over a field goal.
Well, that was the one thing. It's like, when will we ever get points with Kansas City again?
Yeah. And, that hook is the key. Over a field goal.
Yeah, over a field goal.
Over a field goal.
I feel like it's a game that could go down to a field goal.
How clutch is Butker?
Oh, my God. 358 yarders in a row? That's insane. Could he have done that in a full stadium? Could he have done that in a full stadium?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
But he nailed it like it was
nothing.
Times.
It was like a point after.
Well, it's like bam.
Well,
Can we do it again?
I needed them all, so I was good with it.
So I think it'd be a great game. I'm not ready to.
I think it's a great game to watch, not a great game to bet.
Exactly.
Thank you all. I'm glad we're going to pass on that Monday night game because hopefully all of our tickets will be cashed by then.
Unless you want me to put my arm across the table and you twist it for the over, because that's kind of chalky.
No, I'm good. Let's stay away from that. Let's just pass on Monday night.
I do like that over. Man, 53.5. Yeah, I like that.
I think it'll be going up before it kicks off.
It's all right. Yeah, it's went up a little bit. Not too bad.
So this is the freestyle part of the show?
There you go. Yeah. Who you like? Who wants to open us up?
I know we pitched it back to him. I got one that I've just been kind of eyeballing. I'll throw it to you guys.
Tell me who you like.
What about Chicago at Atlanta?
Dude, I love this game, to be honest with you. Chicago at Atlanta. Atlanta minus 3.5. Opened at 3.5. Still in at 3.5.
I got that game circled, too.
26% of the tickets coming in on Chicago. 74% on Atlanta. Chalkboard, tell me who you like in this game.
backstory, obviously, we all know Atlanta, 28-3 Super Bowl. I don't know if they got surpassed Sunday by this spinning ball that no one knew that they could pick
That
up.
was amazing.
I mean, as I'm sitting there watching, and we and I don't know, I think T possibly, we all had money on it. So as I'm watching, it's almost like watching dollar bills spinning down the field. And I'm like, don't touch it, just let them. And it was the most ridiculous thing. So of course they've been lambasted all week, just taking a beat down. But you know what Atlanta does? Atlanta scores, and Atlanta's going home.
Yes.
And I feel like Atlanta. People have been piling on, just destroying them and everything. And it's Atlanta versus the world right now and all this stuff. I would be on ATL right here.
Oh my gosh!
In a big way.
Atlanta. I love Atlanta.
I think these
Straight
guys
up. You
are
don't
back.
love Atlanta? Oh Lord, they put points up against a dull ass Chicago team that just
keeps winning.
Oh my
They just
God! Now
keep
who's
winning.
Chicago beat?
Let's see. They beat Detroit.
Detroit
and,
sucks. You said that yourself.
and
Okay.
they beat the Giants. Wait a minute.
How close was that game?
We did
How
this-
close was the New York game without Barkley?
We did this tit for tat thing earlier. Who's Atlanta beat?
Atlanta at least
And
played the
they're 0-2.
Cowboys.
Well, they beat no one.
Okay then,
But
but
who they played?
we did this tit for tat
You don't
thing
think
earlier.
Atlanta would destroy the Giants and destroy Detroit? Stinks too. Both those teams stink.
I feel like that Chicago, because they're 2-0, can almost come in and lose this game and still be in
I
contention
don't
for
care
that.
what they think they can do. They ain't going to come in and do shit. They ain't winning this game. They ain't going to score enough to keep up with Atlanta. You got freaking Julio Jones, Ridley, some kid named Gage. Ryan is throwing.
I think Julio's hurt, by the way.
He's hurt, but whatever.
Tweaked his hamstring in that game. But to my point, they scored 39 points and he only had 2 catches.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
no, so here's the deal. No, okay, I'm completely on
They
Chicago.
lost to Seattle, who is arguably.
I'm completely on Chicago.
They
here's the
lost to
deal.
Seattle.
This is your show. So if you want the pick, I'm going to give you the pick. I mean, it sounds like both of y'all are on the same side. Are y'all prepared to make it a pick?
I'd fire on it for a pick myself.
All right, chalkboard. Obviously,
Really?
you brought it out. So official Housemate podcast play number 1.
The Dirty Birds.
Pick number 1.
Atlanta minus 3.5.
You've had
HMP number 1.
3 rough days. HMP showing ATL some love.
Yeah, we're coming back.
Well, good luck on that one.
Coming back.
This is LUV going to ATL from the HMP.
Ooh, boy, I tell you what, I see it.
I like that. I don't even know what you said. I still like
It's going to be a shirt. It's kind of like coconuts and Bisquick or whatever he said a minute ago.
Walnuts, I think. I don't know what I said. I had to go back and hear it.
All right, T-Bone, throw us out a game. Who you
So
like?
much here, so much. Oh my God! I don't know if I want to share this or keep it as a choice cut. 2-0 on this choice cuts. I might want to save this
I
morsel
feel like
back
the
to
table's already
myself.
like every man for himself. I want to keep this as a choice cut. I'm not sharing with you.
I might keep this for myself. All right, I'm gonna throw one out here. Detroit at Arizona.
All right, obviously this has to be screaming at every bettor across the country. This looks ridiculous. Detroit at Arizona. Arizona minus 5.5. I thought this was so crazy. I checked again before the show started, and
Yes.
it was still 5.5.
How's this not at least 7?
I see
At
one
least
site
7.
showing 6.
How about 7.5? I mean, really?
I don't get this.
Oh,
Should
Now-
we just call this now?
This is going to be the first game of Galladay. Does that matter to you at all?
I don't give two shits.
I don't care who they play.
Hopkins is on fire. Murray is up for MVP.
This has
Murray has got a running touchdown and a passing touchdown both games.
yeah.
Detroit has no defensive backs.
Yeah.
They have no defense. They are going to get shredded.
Yeah, that rookie they drafted, I don't think he's played yet. I think he's been hurt, and I don't know what happened to the other.
They're
other
all
guy.
hurt. They're all hurt. I don't know how this is less than 10.
I mean, Hopkins and oh my God, who else I got? Fitzgerald, Hopkins, and what's the
Drake.
Kirk, Drake. Oh,
Let's
yeah,
call it and
I'm
move
all
on. T-Bone official Housemate podcast play number 2.
The Cardinals. I
Arizona.
wanted to think of something else, but
Well,
Minus
this is the
5.5.
third week in a row you have belted out the Cardinals. And I was going to say, this is reminiscent of riding the Rams.
yes.
So are we,
Yeah, they never
You got to come
sound
up
right,
with
did it?
something for the.
Yeah, riding the Rams never sounded right, did it?
But
It's like caravanning with the Cardinals.
no. You say that, though, but it amazes me how it takes Vegas a while to catch up on some of these teams. I mean, they can go 3 or 4 or 5 weeks and just not.
Right. They're like, still not buying it. Still not buying it. And we were on it in the over-under show, right?
I mean, look at that.
We had the over on the Cardinals.
Look at that division. San Francisco's the worst team in that division. Think about that for a minute. The Rams are 2-0. Arizona's 2-0. Seattle's 2-0.
Yeah.
And San Francisco's 1-1. I mean, God, what a division.
And
man.
I think Seattle put, 8 guys got hurt this week?
Did they?
It was something crazy.
Oh,
I mean, there were some defensive guys. There was like guys on the line. I mean, obviously everybody knows, Jimmy and
Right.
the receivers.
Oh, boy, I got a
back.
little choice cut set off to the side. I ain't going to throw that on the
So is that a
table yet.
pick? Yeah, we already
That's
did
a
that.
pick.
2 picks.
2 picks. Chalkboard, you're up. You
All
got
right.
a game?
All right. I guess as long as we're talking about the walking wounded, what about Brady rolling out to Denver?
Tampa Bay at Denver. Denver +6. Opened at 3.5, up to 6. All the money's coming in on Tampa Bay. Chalkboard. Who do you like in this game? I've
You don't
already.
even, why'd you even ask?
I feel like
you already know.
you listened to your own segue, right?
He's like,
All the money coming in.
how many favorites we got so far? Oh, 2 for 2 so far.
Well, not for nothing, but it's like, so they're going to start, so Locke's out,
Oh, yeah.
the receiver's out.
Now, I'll say that quarterback did not look too bad last week. What's
But
his name?
Brady gets Godwin back.
Yeah.
Evans, showed flashes of what he can be.
Yep.
I just feel like that they could outscore them. I mean, this is going to be the epitome of them trying to keep the ball away from Brady.
Yeah, you have no Von Miller for pressure on Brady. I mean, they got so many injuries on that damn team. Oh, Sutton's out for the year.
Yes.
The best receiver's
Yes.
out. Yeah. A
Sutton's
toothless
out.
Lindsey's
Willie
hurt.
Dom.
The backup, Philip Lindsey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's something to where, like, I think you used the term last week, kind of toothless.
Yeah.
Who did Tampa Bay play this past weekend?
They beat up on, was it
Carolina.
Carolina.
They like to beat up on,
Beat up on?
Well, cover on bad teams.
Yeah.
Now, they covered it with less than a minute ago.
They pretty much had that game in hand most of the way, though, right? I mean, I don't remember it being close.
But
I never really
Denver
looked up
don't
and thought they were going to lose.
Denver don't have McCaffrey.
Who?
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah.
He still scored twice, I think, on him before he went out.
Yeah, so
I would obviously be on Tampa Bay. I don't know that I can talk you guys into it, but I feel like that's where my head is.
Is that a pick for you, T-Bone?
I think it's a back burner for now.
Thank gosh. Tampa Bay -6 officially on the burner.
I thought I was able just to go like, favorite after like throwing out the Green Bay as my dog, so then I could just do anything.
Oh, yeah. You feel like you had
the door's open.
carte blanche at that point, huh?
I mean, I wish I could find enough dogs I really like this week, but, man.
Okay, let me give you one.
Oh, God.
Washington at Cleveland. Cleveland -7.
Don't you have the innate ability to find the shittiest game imaginable? I mean, that's okay. There's something wrong.
You're making me picture like this thing where he's walking around on a football field with like a metal detector.
Washington and Cleveland, you're like,
Dude, Cleveland's terrible.
They're not good. No, I agree with
They
you.
are
They're
not good.
They're not good.
Washington looks like
They have a pulse.
they have a pulse.
Yeah.
And they weren't going to go to Arizona and win that game. But they didn't get blown out.
No,
They didn't look bad. Excuse me, they didn't look bad. And now you're going to give me a touchdown against a Cleveland team that hasn't looked like it's wanted to play football in years. I like Washington plus the 7. I mean, you tell me.
I noticed it was 5.5. Now it's up to 7. So I'm just curious as to what's the 1.5 points.
I mean, they're definitely like trying to ball out as much as they can with what they have for like Rivera. It's like I think they're.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not impressed with Cleveland at all. Frankly, Washington could beat Cleveland.
So what do we say? If you have a dog that can win outright,
I'm-
and you're going to give me a touchdown, frankly, Washington can beat Cleveland, and you're giving me a touchdown.
I want to know how many times in the next how many more? What is this, week 3? So like in the next 12, 14 weeks, whatever. How many times is Cleveland going to give a touchdown to anybody? This may be that opportunity.
Not again. I'm sure not again. Yeah.
How about we put it on the burner?
Oh, yeah.
But because I know. I mean,
No doubt.
I feel like y'all are a little receptive.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Washington +7 on the burner. Either one of y'all got something else? I'll throw out another game. I'm ready.
Go ahead. Throw one out.
Las Vegas at New England.
I love New England.
I love New England.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the camera at? Oh,
Yeah.
Chalkboard, sell us on Vegas. How does Vegas cover this game?
well, they're 2-0. They're amongst like the greatest teams in the league right now. I think Cam is doing more than what I expected out of Cam.
Yes, he's definitely doing better than I expected.
Exactly. And I mean, I think that they were determined. They were hell-bent not to lose that home opener. It was Monday night. Everybody was there. This seems like a perfect place, and I love the Raiders, but this seems like a letdown game. Going cross country playing. And I mean, Belichick, like I say, what's his stat on like back-to-back losses or whatever, coming off of a loss? I mean, it's pretty.
I mean, yeah, like the guy, yeah, they're going to actually be better than I thought they'd be this year, which sucks. I thought they'd finally have a losing season or something, and it's probably not going to
So you're not going to like have this whole romantic argument about like, well, we'll take the 6.5, and they're not going to get, or do you just feel like it's going to be a bludgeoning?
No. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a bludgeoning, but I mean.
10 points, 14, is that what you're thinking?
New England, their defense, even now, is still.
They're opportunistic.
Well, of course, now they did give up a lot of points to Seattle,
I do want to say something before you go too far.
but they scored a lot of points, so.
The saddest thing, James White and his parents dying right before the kickoff of that game or whatever, and him being notified and like getting part of the game. So thoughts and prayers goes James White and his family.
There you go. So what about Vegas? I'm willing to put this on the burner. I really like New England. I don't know if we can talk you into it with the big shield over there on your shirt. But
I actually had to dig deep in my. I think this was like a pajama shirt because I wanted to make sure that the camera could see this because most of my shirts now have like a smaller shield.
We got so much on the burner. I can just store away my little thing to the side here. It's gonna be nice. Here's a game.
What little thing you putting to the side over there, T-Bone?
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll come up later. Go throw it out. What do you got, T-Bone?
Tennessee at Minnesota.
Man, I like this game too. Tennessee at Minnesota. Minnesota +2.5. Opened at a pick, and now it's currently sits at Minnesota +2.5. 64% of the tickets on Tennessee. T-Bone, tell us who you like in that game.
I mean, I gotta go with Tennessee. Minnesota, to me, the wheels are falling off, man. I mean, they're just decimated. Their defense, they got so many new people starting this year. Cousins is horrific, man. I mean, this guy, he's looking more and more like a bust. I mean, his stats last week were pathetic.
He was like 11 for 35 or something insane.
It was insane. I mean, man, they really missed Diggs. I mean, for whatever reason, their offense is not clicking. Their defense is decimated.
I have watched some of these games.
I think what's his name's coaching for his life here. I don't know.
Well, and I mean, you were talking about a guy just forcing the ball to a receiver like to Thielen over and over again. I mean, like just the coverage, and it's just ridiculous. I know we talked about they had that rookie. I guess Rudolph's still there. I mean. I guess at this point, you almost should just be riding Cook as much as you can until they do whatever. And it just looks like the same game plan all the time. But with that said, 2 or 3 different sites and a couple different shows I saw today, I actually think Minnesota's going to win this game straight up.
Somebody has to. It's less than a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, less than a field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was really a Tennessee game, this would be at 3. It's at 2.5.
Easy would say, why is this game only 2.5, Chalk?
Yeah. Well, it was a pick. Now it's up to 2.5. So, I don't know.
I don't know. I say we stay away.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We don't have to put on back burner. I don't care.
Well, if we're talking about like tough games, but just to talk out and get your all's fill on it, what about the Rams and the Bills?
That's stay far away.
That's just a good game. I don't think it's a bettable game.
We were talking about dogs earlier. Carolina at the Chargers. Chargers -7.
Dogs. The problem is no McCaffrey now. Oh.
But what? I mean, are either one of these teams going to get to 21?
Yes, Mike Davis.
Dude, I mean, how long ago was it when he used to coach IU?
Right. Yeah, I mean, Carolina without McCaffrey, I know what you're saying. You'd have to score a certain amount of points. I guess, again, you're relying on a rookie who even though he looked great last week, can he replicate that again?
Justin Herbert, was it?
Herbert, yeah, he is a rookie. I mean, you're expecting him to come in and do the same thing. I swear, I just have no, man, I don't know.
All right. So what?
Carolina could be the worst team in football. And without McCaffrey, man, I don't know.
All right. So here we go.
I think we got up on the burner,
You got
to be quite
something?
honest with you.
No, I don't. You got something else you want to throw out chalkboard?
Well, there's a good-looking game or there's like a chalkboard game. So it's like,
oh God.
let's just go with the good-looking game. What do you think about the Cowboys traveling to Seattle?
I knew he was going to say that. I like Seattle.
I like Seattle.
Well, it's 5, and like I say, I mean Dallas
is a pretender. That
should be
shit
0-5.
they pulled. Yeah, Dallas should have lost another game. It's like
Russell Wilson has 9 touchdowns in 2 games.
They lost
on fire.
They lost to the Rams at the Rams, who's a lesser team than Seattle, and that was a 3-point spread. Or Dallas was favored, if I'm not mistaken, in that game, and. Yeah.
There's no way I see Dallas going to the Pacific Northwest and winning this game, but do you think they keep it within a field goal?
I think Russell Wilson gets up for this game. He's been on fire. Russell Wilson's
9
like
touchdowns.
9 touchdown passes.
Dude, the other day, he had 5 different people. Spreading the ball around, running when he needs to. I was just curious on your all's take. I think we're all on Seattle. Do you think they can cover that, though?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do that. You like Seattle?
I like Seattle.
All right. Let's put Seattle -5 on the burner. Let's put Tennessee.
Well, Chris likes. Who do you like?
No, I mean, I just didn't know if they were going to cover that or not. I mean, Dallas could be down 28 and then, come back and Seattle knows you can pick the ball up.
Okay, let's do this.
We got to play games.
Okay, let's do this. You like Seattle -5 or you like Tennessee -2.5 against Minnesota?
Oh, I like Seattle better, I'd say. I don't know.
Yeah, because this is that same old adage of I think Seattle can score.
Seattle looks like one of the best teams in football. They look like one of the top 3 They're up there with Kansas City and Baltimore in my eyes right now.
Well,
and Green Bay.
I was going to say on that side
teams.
it could be Seattle and Green Bay to go for the NFC.
Those are the 4 best looking teams right now.
All right. Let's make something out of this. I got six games over here. Let's get 2 of them out of it. Here we go.
All right, so we're trying to eliminate games or pick games.
Yeah, right. No, we're trying. We'll eliminate some games through this list here. We got Jacksonville -3. Hold on, we gotta get back to our sheet.
It didn't even touch this choice cut.
We got Jacksonville -3 against Miami this Thursday night. We got Green Bay +3 against New Orleans Sunday night. Tennessee -2.5 at Minnesota. Seattle -5 at home against Dallas. Tampa Bay -6 at Denver, or Washington +7. Which one of those 6 stand out to y'all the most?
So we got to pick 2 out of these 6.
2 to go with. We're not trying to eliminate, right?
Right. Just which one of those 2 you like the best?
The only reason I wouldn't say Jacksonville is because I feel like we always get torched on Thursday nights for some reason. So do you want to get rid of that one? I mean, I feel like Jacksonville's going to win that game, and we'll probably hate it and kick ourselves on Friday, but Thursday just hasn't been kind to us.
Whatever y'all want to do.
Right.
Maybe I'll do a double dip on my choice cuts.
Dude, are you talking about a T-bone with some sides? Can I get some taters?
Team over 2.
Are y'all getting rid of Jacksonville?
Sure.
All right, Jacksonville's gone.
Still like you, Duval County.
Green Bay +3, Tennessee -2.5, Seattle -5, Tampa Bay -6, Washington +7.
I feel like because you want to have a dog on the card, I would be into Green Bay.
Green Bay at New Orleans, T-Bone +3.
I wish we knew for sure on Thomas, but he'd still be a little gimpy. Well, all right, so he's not convinced. Keep going.
Tennessee -2.5 at Minnesota. How do you not fade Minnesota all year long?
Yeah, they suck.
You want to go Titans?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put a little check mark, and we'll just see. Seattle -5 against Dallas at home. That don't seem as strong as Tennessee, but...
Well, I was going to say, I think the only thing that scares you about Dallas is if they ever got their heads out of their butts, they have the weapons to hang with people, but is this going to be the week? I don't think so, but it's...
Right.
All right, move down. Tampa Bay -6 at Denver.
it's starting to speak to me a little bit more.
Washington +7 against Cleveland.
I think I like the New England-Las Vegas game better myself.
Dude, we just went through 5 games and he picked none of them.
Who you like, Chalk?
Talking about the New England and the Las Vegas game.
I'm just saying in general.
I know you're going to beat me up next week because they'll probably come in and it's going to be one-sided and Oakland, or I keep saying Oakland, they're going to do whatever, but it's just hard for me. They're 2-0. I'm believing. I'm like a small-town girl living in a lonely world.
I'm still liking that Jacksonville. I cannot believe y'all are not all over Jacksonville.
Let's do it. It's Thursday. I mean, we both like
let's
it.
do it.
How can you not love Jacksonville, man? I'm shocked that y'all not all over Jacksonville.
You know what? I'll even say it because somewhere in this room there's a Mercedes and an Audi, so I'll take a Jaguar.
There you go. Call it up.
I like when you make inside jokes that only the 2 people in this room get.
Well, that's the parking attendants. Shout out to my man outside. I got you, Mike.
Chalkboard, official House Money Podcast, play number 2.
Back to Duval, the Jaguars.
Jacksonville -3, rare Thursday night House Money Podcast play.
Yeah, we're going to open this up in style. We're going to give you a winner on a Thursday night. Segue into the weekend.
That's 3, dog. One more. Pull us out one more.
I'm done pulling. I got my choice cut off to the side. I'm throwing on the grill.
We got Tennessee sitting. We got Tennessee sitting over here with a check mark Chalkboard. Tennessee -2.5, or the Green Bay +3. You take it.
I feel like you're really trying to lead me toward Tampa Bay. So. Is that how I did you before?
Did you say Washington +7?
All right. So the consensus is between those teams. Where are you at, T, between those 2 teams?
I've gave all my picks. I got my choice cut to the side. This is you 2. Y'all take this pick.
It becomes an every man for himself table.
I feel like these first 2 picks are so solid gold. These first 3 look good to me. My choice cut looks good. I hate to even think about another game that could ruin this. So I'll let y'all take credit for this.
Between who? Tennessee and Green Bay?
The credit or the blame will go to you on this pick. I'm saying that right now because I'm not.
Take any of them games you want, Chalkboard. Take any of those games you want, Chalkboard.
Well, as long as we're living total blasphemy and we took a Thursday night game, I'd probably look at the dog and take Green Bay.
All right. Green Bay official House Money Podcast play number 3.
Number 4, right?
Oh, number 4. Number 4.
Just because I know Easy loves cheering for Rodgers. The Packers.
Green Bay Packers +3.
Pack is back.
I'm sure I have a cheesehead somewhere at the house, so if they win, we will don that next week.
We actually took a dog, right. Wow.
There we go.
And it was rough.
Don't. Speaking of which, the 4 official House Money Podcast plays this week for week number 3. Atlanta -3.5, Arizona -5.5, Jacksonville -3, and Green Bay +3. Good luck, fellas. Good luck. Well, there you go. So we got to the part, your favorite part there, Chalkboard. Crystal ball predictions last week. Allen Robinson, how'd he do?
I think he's still working on that contract. He did not score. So I still love you, A-Rob. And I tend to be a week behind on the chalkboard, so it almost guarantees he will be in the end zone this week. I know you're setting me up for this week's pick, and literally right now I normally come in with it. I'm down to 2 guys, and it's really killing me. And I'm just going to go with my initial.
Go with both of them, just so we can see how it turns out.
You know how much I appreciate the fans. It is so awesome to get the picture the day of from somebody. I don't know if I can get 2 in the same day because that's pretty tough because, I mean, we're all over the place.
Well, just take 2, and one of them might come in and whatever. So, well, at least know what you were thinking.
You know what this sounds like over there? This sounds like an undefeated choice cut, barking stuff at me. Right now, just let me try and get this. All right, so that's a perfect segue. I appreciate that. Myself, ATL, we're all getting off the schneid this week. The crystal ball has not hit, but it will hit this week because Julio will get his first touchdown of the season.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Oh, I'd love to see it.
Julio, 2
sore
games in.
hamstring and all.
That is what is making me afraid.
Playing a decoy. Dude, that would be spectacular.
Just
getting double teamed.
I'm not even sure he's going to play. I almost feel like I want to give a B option because there's somebody. Julio was my play all week till I saw he didn't practice today. He's probably not going to practice tomorrow.
Maybe Gage, the other guy. I don't know.
Well, Gage, I like to announce when somebody's going to score their first touchdown.
Oh, okay.
All right, chalkboard. I have you written down for Julio Jones, wide receiver.
Quintorris,
Atlanta.
Felipe,
touchdown.
Julio Jones.
Julio down by the schoolyard.
Julio gets what he wants.
Good luck there, chalkboard. Good luck. T-Bone. I hear the choice cuts 2-0. Hitting Seattle last week.
2-0. Now think about this. Yes, our record's not been spectacular since we started, but throw on that 2-0 that I've been giving you. It look a little bit better. Going to be 3-0 this week. I'm going to give you the Pittsburgh Steelers -4 over Houston. Their defense will eat Watson alive. He will get sacked 4 to 6 times. Turnovers, Roethlisberger's cranking it up. That offense is rolling. Yeah, give the 4. Don't worry about it. Houston's going down. Houston, they'll fire their coach pretty soon. It's going to get that bad.
You mean the coach that traded away Hopkins?
Yes.
Well, I don't know what I'm saying, but think about this schedule, too. They've played Baltimore, Kansas City, and now they're playing at Pittsburgh.
Yes, and they've got destroyed. And now they're going to Pittsburgh. Yeah.
I mean, that's just rough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be the worst 3-game opening I think I've ever heard.
I was very surprised how good Roethlisberger looks for the fact that he didn't play last year. He weighs about 400 pounds, and, yeah.
I think we called him Bigger Ben.
He's bigger than Craig. So, yeah, it's
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I got you down, T-Bone. Choice cut. Pittsburgh -4. Good luck staying undefeated.
17-0, baby, like the 72 Dolphins. Here I come.
Good luck, dog.
Is that T-Bone or Mercury Morris down there?
No doubt.
Please subscribe to us on YouTube or iTunes or SoundCloud, however you listen to the show. We're on Twitter at House Money Pod, Facebook and Instagram. Please rate and review. Chalkboard, are you still on Twitter?
I am still piddling around on Twitter.
Nice.
You can find me at Chalkboard, CHALKBORED_HM.
Nice. Good job, dog.
As a matter of fact, thank you also to the fans. I think we crept over, we're around 1,220 or something now, so 1,200 plus.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
I think, I think the small goal for this year maybe to get to 1,500 by the season. So,
good luck.
Which me and T-Bone have an inside bet. We're neck and neck.
Yeah, right. As always, shout out to... Exactly, huh? As always, shout out to our executive producer, Z-Man. Thanks for holding it down, dog.
Z.
Final words, y'all, before we leave, week 3.
Climb down the hole, baby. That's the whole thing this weekend. Starts Thursday night. Get ready. Here it comes.
I do like that approach because, like I say, we are game
Backs
off.
against the wall.
We are game off, backs against the wall. So let's go ahead and just pull ourselves back to even by Thursday night or close enough.
All right. Well, good luck to you, fellas. Thank you all for listening. Until next week, we're House Money Podcast. We're out.